Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, this is Boisterous coming to you with some Platinum League Pandemonium from the Shattered Temple. Over here in the right position we got SliK as the red Zerg, and down here in the southern position we have Hamster as the blue Protoss. We have SliK starting off the game with some manner. Nice job there, SliK. I definitely respect that. And, you know, Hamster's just a bit too focused on his game. He doesn't want anything to throw him off, you know. Typing good luck, have fun takes all 5 seconds. You know, that's major time where he could be spamming. Alright? He needs that spam to keep up on APM with his Zerg opponent. It looks like SliK's gonna be going for a very aggressive scout. I mean, 9 scouts pretty fast. He is gonna see this apparent forge fast expand out of Hamster. Which, I mean, it's always good to know if your opponent's trying to forge fast expand, because you can definitely fall back and go into a fast expand of your own. And I really hope that we see SliK do this. It definitely appears that he's gearing up for it. Yeah, he just dropped his last couple of drones, and he's not going for an extractor of any sort, so it's definitely going to be a fast expand from both of these players. Or at least I hope it is. I mean, unless we're getting a cannon rush here, which would be a bit ridiculous, Hamster. And we have Hamster's probe scouting, and his forge is about to finish. SliK is sending his drone out to fast expand, and Hamster sees this, so he's about to try to block it. I'd say with a pylon, maybe. Right, he has his probe there. Nope, he's not going to pylon block it. He does worker block it. If he drops a pylon, he'll be fine. Oh no, Hamster's doing it. Hamster is going for that cannon cheese. Hamster, man, you love tastes. Okay, yep, he's going for that cannon cheese. As soon as this pylon finishes, he's going to drop a cannon right there. Yep. And the worst part is, SliK knows nothing about this. He has no idea, no clue. This is gonna be awful for SliK. Absolutely awful. This second cannon feels like overkill. I mean, he knows he's fast expanding. He's not gonna have roaches out to deal with this first cannon. I don't know what the point of this pylon is. I think that's a solid wall off. I don't think you need a pylon here to block that little tiny section, because otherwise you need a pylon up here, which you don't, because as we can tell by that drone's pathing. So, I mean, this is going to be a fairly easy to break contain, but it's still, it's annoying. He's going to need at least roaches. He probably wants a queen. Yeah, he's going for a spine crawler. So I could definitely see that he's going to get a queen, maybe a queen. No, he's going for a baneling nest. I'm not sure if that's the most efficient way to handle this. I mean, it's not like it's going to be a whole lot quicker. He just needed to queen out and just, you know, put a queen right there. Or put a creep tumor right there. And then another one here. Probably in a minute, he would have a spine crawler at the edge, and as soon as he takes out this pylons, because Hamster's not really committing to it. I would love to see Hamster put a pylon here, and I would also love to see Hamster expand. He has enough money right now. If he drops an expansion, he's going to be so far ahead. A 5-minute expand out of Protoss would just be devastating, but it looks like he's gearing up to tech. Yeah, he already has this assimilator down. He's gonna... I don't know if he's gonna try to end it right now or what. I mean... he's not gonna be able to 4-gate him or anything. There's not gonna be any danger to that. And it looks like SliK canceled the baneling nest and is now going for roaches. And he used the larva inject first. I have to say that if you're getting contained like this, in such a position where you can at least destroy a cannon, and I think he actually got, yeah, he got a full scout. He knows that there's no other, he knows that there isn't another pylon here. I mean, he knows that this is going to be easy to take out with the spine crawler. I don't know why he's not going for the spine crawler, but then again, Hamster's... he has a lead. He just needs to expand, he'll be fine, but it looks like he's going with the 4 gateways. Which is, you know, I don't agree with this off of 1 base. He should have just expanded and gone for Colossi. Because, I mean, if you're facing a 1 base Zerg, He's not going to go Mutalisks. You're not going to get an error out of that. You're not even going to get Corruptors. There's going to be no way for him to snipe the Colossi. Especially if you go for a fast second base and then can get a really fast empowered thermal lance upgrade. He's just not going to be able to deal with the range from those Colossi. And there's the creep tumors. I have no idea why he dropped 2. He really only needed 1. I mean, this is the second one that could have just been a larva inject. And there's another spine crawler. I'm not sure how much I agree with that either. That's just another drone that he doesn't have mining, and it's another 100 resources he doesn't have. And Hamster is starting his trust fund at 7 minutes. He doesn't even have an expansion down. Come on, Hamster. Get that expansion down, spend your money. He's using none of these gateways. He could have gotten a wave of zealots out, or a wave of stalkers out, or even a wave of sentries out, which is what I would have loved to see. Just a wave of units. But, you know, there go the warp gates. They're all coming down. He's going for cannons at his natural already. He doesn't even have an expansion up. What are you defending here? Because, I mean, anything with a range is going to be able to snipe all these buildings, actually. I mean, even roaches with their 4 range are going to be able to outshoot a photon cannon. These gateways are just too big. I mean, he's getting stalkers. He just needs an expansion. He's going to be... He might even end up expanding behind the Zerg, which would just not be good. But, yep, he's going for the Nexus, so he's still going to be slightly ahead of the Zerg, but not nearly as ahead as he could have been, really. I mean, he could have just destroyed Zerg if he had gone for, you know, a 5-minute Nexus. Because Nexuses only take 100 seconds to build. He would have had that completely saturated by 8 minutes. And, I mean, if you have a second base in 8 minutes, you're going to have production up by 9 minutes and 45 seconds, and Zerg isn't going to be able to break you. You're basically just going to be invincible. He is going for a fast blink. I do like this if he can blink micro. It really depends on that blink micro, because otherwise the Hydra Roach force is just going to tear through his Stalker force if he can't blink micro well enough. It's just going to not even be a competition. Because Hydralisks just destroy Stalkers. Absolutely destroy them. And we do see SliK, again, not going for air because he doesn't have any income. He wouldn't have anything to deal with Colossi, but Hamster is clearly set to his Templar route. We do have a probe just sitting there, taking a day off, you know, just chilling. And, yep, here comes the Zerg production. He's coming out with another 4 Hydralisks to back this up. I think he should just be going for drones. He really needs those drones to catch up. There's no way that... Or at least I hope he won't be able to push and end it right now. That would be kind of sad for Hamster, considering he has 3 photon cannons. He's getting his upgrades. I would prefer to see an armor upgrade, but a weapons upgrade is okay when you're facing Roach Hydra. And, I mean, he just has 4-gate production of Blink Stalkers, and Blink Stalkers, if microed properly, will win that fight. Especially if he can manage to pull all of his enemy's units back to these photon cannons. I doubt he'll be able to do it without losing a Cyber Core, which is why you never put a Cyber Core on the front line of Wall. I mean, he should have just put his Cyber Core, you know, over here in this energy field. It would have been nice and safe, or even better, in his base. But I also think he should have dropped the Nexus at 5 minutes, and he didn't do that either. So, you know, maybe he's playing better than I would. I'm not sure about it, but possibly. This is a dangerous amount of creep spread, but he is going to have an observer out fairly soon, so he will be able to clean that up. And yeah, this is a lot of creep spread. That's to his front door. I mean, let's just look at SliK's vision real fast. Look at that. Look at that. That is so much vision. He can see everything. I mean, SliK isn't teching up. He doesn't have upgrades. I mean, he has the +1 range for Hydralisks, but he doesn't have any damage or armor upgrades. Whenever you go for Roach Hydra, or at least whenever I go for Roach Hydra, I always try to get those fast missile upgrades because they're just... you have such a large army that they're just so nice. And we do have Hamster sniping off the creep tumors. I think SliK has enough here. Oh, yeah, SliK. Especially, I mean, with that was a reasonable defensive link back. He should just be running. He shouldn't be trying to stutter step him. Oh, Hamster. This is why you don't offensive link, kids. That was so much. He lost 6 or 7 stalkers right there. So almost nothing lost by Zerg. I mean, yeah, 1,400 resources lost for Zerg. 2,875 for Protoss. That's not where you want to be as a Protoss, especially after you started off the game so beautifully. I mean, that was a cheese that the Zerg was just not ready for. And you've let it, and you know, Hamster, just let him come back. Hamster's bringing in Zealots. I don't know. He does have the 6 gateways. He might have enough production to fight this off, but that is a lot of Hydralisks. And this is why you don't put Cyber Cores on the front line. He needs a sentry. Gateway, Guardian Shield, I mean, would be so amazing right here. The +1 armor to missiles would just help him. I think he might have been able to fight that off if he had the Guardian Shields. He would have been at least able to hold it off if he had Force Fields. And it looks like he is going for Storm, but it's not going to be done in the time that matters. Yeah, he can build Zealots and Templar. That's not a position you want to be in. When he's building Zealots, I would much rather have him build Templar up here and just build up the energy for Storms. He would have lost the space, but he's gonna lose the space anyway. Or even better, just warp in your 6 Templar and then turn them all into Archons. I mean, he's about to lose all this production, which is gonna be awful for him. He did manage to get in a reasonable amount of Templar, that's 5. And he's going right for the Archon move. I'm not sure if he thinks he can fight this off in time, considering the fact that this extra Zerg is coming. He doesn't have a chance anymore. This game is over. Although Probes, a legitimate counter to Hydralisks. Who'd have thunk it? But he just has too many reinforcements. Nothing's gonna be able to fight this off. And you know, Zerg's getting his missile attacks. It's a bit late for that, Zerg, but A for effort, A for effort. There's no way that those missile attacks are gonna end. Yeah. Good game, well played by a Hamster. And, yeah, that was, you know, he should just drop this Nexus earlier. 2 minutes earlier, and he easily could have had that game just going Colossi. So anyway, guys, this was the first game ever cast by Boisterous. If you like me, then, you know, follow me on YouTube. I'll try to get a Twitter up later. And if you want your replay casted, send your replays in to boisteroussc2@gmail.com. Alright? So this is Boisterous, signing out.